So it's cold, and we're working on Christmas, and it's dreary and it's windy, and nobody really wants to be outside that much. So what do you think about growing beans and tomatoes? Naturally. I mean, what else would you think about leading up to Christmas except for growing beans and tomatoes and squash and potatoes and beets and peppers? That's what everybody thinks about. Probably not, but maybe you should be. If you want to grow food and you love growing food like we do, I mean, literally, that consumes us so often, right? Is planting this, harvesting this, growing this, and it consumes us so much throughout the summer. And really, if you want to do it right or you really love it, you probably should be thinking about it now. Yeah, we're full of Christmas and we're full of, making sure we're getting the right gift for this person, and maybe travel plans and how things are going to operate for different holiday meals. But it's never too early to start thinking about how you're going to grow your food next year. Because, if you're like us, okay, maybe the last couple of years, some of the harvesting you don't feel like you got your full harvest. Maybe like us, we're in a situation where, man, I don't feel like my tomatoes are working over there these days. I don't feel like they're working in the way we're growing them these days. I don't feel like our peppers have done as well as they should have done. These peas, while they grew, we got them planted too late. So we think we figured out a situation there and what's been going on there, right? If you followed us very much and seen our garden videos, we know what happened with the peas. We got it figured out. I think we're set up for a great harvest of peas next year, which is not easy to do because in Ohio it gets too hot too fast, but I think we're going to get it. So why is it that you want to think about this stuff right now? Well, I mean, honestly, we're 10 weeks away from starting pepper seeds, around there. Maybe a little less, honestly. Probably a little less than that. Maybe 7 weeks away from starting pepper seeds. Because peppers take a little longer to germinate and take a little longer to get growing really well. So we're 7 weeks away from starting pepper seeds. Which, I mean, that time will evaporate quickly. So, what peppers do you want to grow? Well, you got to start finding seeds and be ready to buy seeds when different seed companies release their 2025 seeds, because they will release them at some point. Some may have already done it. I really don't know. Some places may not have all their seeds together yet, which is understandable. It's early December still, or working on mid-December. And so you got to really start thinking about what you want to grow. And when you start thinking about what you want to grow, well, how are you going to grow it? How are you going to plant it? How many are you going to plant? Right? How many do you need? What do you need? What worked well? What didn't work well? All these things. And for us, we'll start fertilizing the ground now, because we're throwing chicken manure in there nearly every day. When we clean out the coop, the bedding's going to come in here, going to come into this garden space, and it's going to start working on breaking down and building better soil, right? I mean, we got this in-ground garden right here, some raised beds right here, another in-ground space over there. All the containers and stuff goes here in the middle. Some stuff up there on the patio. So all these spaces, raised beds over there. I mean, all these spaces gotta work, right? And you got to put the right things in those spaces. Well, what's been working well in each space? Do you want to do something different? Honestly, stay tuned till spring. If everything works that way, we're going to do everything a lot different. Massive changes coming to our garden this year. We haven't worked it out completely, but it's going to be massive changes to how we're doing things. I mean, totally different look. We've already worked that out, but we got to find the seeds. Figure out how many of each thing we're going to plant. How's it going to look? Where's it going to go? Are we going to plant 45 tomato plants this year? Probably not. But you never know. Depends on how it works. But why are we doing this when there's snow flurrying? Because it's never too early. It's never too early. In fact, you really want to start now in order to get your mind right and figure out exactly how you want to do it. Find your seeds, because seed companies run out of seeds very fast. I kind of think that seeds will be at a premium this year. You're gonna have to work hard to find them, because I do believe there's gonna be an uptick in people wanting to grow more food this year. Not because there's gonna be a food shortage, and not because there's gonna be kind of national, global crisis. I don't believe that. I do believe that, like with RFK, Robert Kennedy Jr., being who he is, and encouraging people to grow their own food, I think people are going to start listening to that, thinking about that, and maybe diving back into the garden scene, right? So I think that it's just going to become maybe an in vogue type thing, where people are going to want to grow food because it's being encouraged a little bit by somebody who might have a little bit of say-so nowadays. Who knows? But I do kind of see that coming in the near future. And because of that, I think it's going to be something that people who have been gardening, and maybe if you've been waiting too long to buy your seeds, maybe trying to find seeds late, you know what I mean? You just, oh, I forgot to get this seed, I forgot to get this seed, I need to go find them. Maybe you start looking at that a little bit earlier, because more people are going to wind up looking for seeds. And that being said, there's also, Greenstalk is starting a new product. They've had to develop a whole new mold and everything. We don't have it yet. I think we're going to get one in the mail soon. I'm not sure, but it's going to be a new seed starting kit, a new Greenstalk style seed starting trays and seed starting kits. It's really stinking cool. We've seen it. We've seen pictures of it. We don't have it. It's going to come out in 2 colors. The pre-sales are starting today. This video will be on Thursday, so I think pre-sales are coming out today. You can go to greenstalkgarden.com and find it. Use our link below, and you can go check it out. They're not going to start for real sales and shipping, I think, until January. I think is what it is. But we've seen pictures. It looks really stinking cool. It's a little different than how we start seeds as well, but I think it's actually going to work even for what we're doing. And so I'm excited about it. It looks really cool. So you can go there, check that out, and get in on their new product, which looks amazing. And their products work great for backyard, small space gardeners. Always have, always will. So that's another reason why you start thinking about it now. Is, well, hey, is there new products I need to find? What is there something I need to source that's harder to find? Those types of things. The gardening season sneaks up on you before you know it, and it really becomes hard to find what you're looking for if you're not on top of it. So I would encourage you to start looking now. Find the seeds you want. Figure out how you want to plant things. Even start analyzing. Just start now analyzing what worked and what didn't work. What variety of tomato, peppers, beans, squash, corn, whatever it is. What variety worked and what didn't work, or what sounds fun and what does, or what got on your nerves. Because believe it or not, some things get on your nerves about the garden besides the weeds. So hey, start now, thinking about your garden, and let's try to make this 2025 garden, Lord willing, the best we've ever had. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you. Goodbye.